Hi, I'm Ged Talks, dairy farmer from Tamborine in southeast Queensland and a member of the Desert Soils in Action group. How did we get into composting? We got into composting more by accident. We were using chicken litter for 15 years, and in the last 6 years we've been using chicken litter and a lot of lime, dolomite, crusher dust. And then I got into composting by mixing chicken manure and old corn silage and just see what I could do with it. And then I just progressed from there and got a machine. Yes, I would. Composting can use a lot of different resources around the farm. I call them resources, other people call them waste. You can use old silage, hay, you can use chicken manure, cow manure, feed pads in dairies is brilliant. You can use sawdust, you can use anything you can put your hands on that we consider as a waste to turn into compost and make really good compost. How hard is it to make compost? Compost is not hard to make at all. You just need a few waste products, just mix them all together, run your compost turner over it and gets the process going straight away. Right, what else do I need? One of the main things before you look at getting a compost turner is having the right tractor to run it. You need a tractor with either variable speed transmission or a creeper. And you need to be able to go as slow as 200 metres an hour. That's when you first turn. So you need to go nice and slow. You've got to have the right tractor first. There's no point buying the compost turner and not having the tractor to drive it. How much space do I need for a composting site? A lot of people will have a nice hard site. I've got about 2 acres that I put all the material on, and I run. I've got rows about 100 metres long because it's only a fairly small farm. But the big thing is have a nice hard compacted site to be able to put all your resources on, to store them, and also to make your compost on. Do I need a compost turner? No. You can start off with a bucket on your loader, but it's a long process. If you get a compost turner, it really speeds up the process. It mixes it, it chops it up, it aerates it, and it helps digest it from the start. And it's a lot quicker. The JPH CT360 compost turner, in my view, is probably one of the better machines out there at the moment. Yarn has changed the design of the paddles on the rotor, completely different to anything else I've seen, and it does a lot better job. It picks it up and throws it and makes a really good windrow. The watering system in it is, in my view, brilliant. I've had some others and seen some others, but this one, the way Yarn's designed it, it's completely covers the whole turner, and also there's no wastage and there's no runoff of water as I've seen with other systems. So in my view, it does a really, really good job. I'm really happy with it. You don't need a watering unit to make compost, but to make really good compost, you need to have water and air. Your air comes from the compost turner spinning it up, and with the watering unit trailing behind, make really good compost in a short time. Oh, the gearbox, the big lump ass of a gearbox on it. There's no way of breaking it. The JPH CT360 compost turner has got a unique curved shape in the way it was designed by Yarn. It's got its own design, the rotor as well, is a different rotor design by Yarn. And also it's got 25mm skids on the bottom and 8mm plate is in the side designs. So it's a really heavy construction, and that's what we look for in a machine. Something that's strong, it's going to last a long time. It can range from 4 months down to 4 weeks, depending on your skill level and what you want to get out of it in the end. I work on the windrow between 2 and 3 times a week, turning the windrows, and on average, on a 100-metre row, it takes about 11 minutes to turn the windrow, and a couple of minutes on hookup, and then you're done and finished. And also try and do it in the middle of the day in the air-conditioned tractor. Compost changes the whole dynamics of your soil. It increases the microbes in your soil up to your earthworms. So it changes your whole farm. You can put compost on a paddock and you can come back to it 3 months later and it'll still be green. Whereas with chemical fertilisers, it just loses that greenness. We've got a Marshall manure spreader to use on our compost. We've had that when we use chicken litter only. Once you go to compost, you just use the same machine. Any manure spreader is good to put out compost as long as it puts it out nice and even. On our irrigation paddocks, we put the compost on, and then that night we'll water it in, and you'll see a change within a week. The plants just start to take off. On the rest of our farm, where it's just rain-grown pastures, you put the compost on, and within 2 to 3 weeks, you'll see a change. Especially if you get some good rain on it, things will really take off, and the grass just holds on a lot longer. We consider it is. You put chemical fertilisers on a paddock, and you'll get some feed off it, and then it won't bounce back. You put compost on, you'll get feed off the paddock, and it'll continue to keep on coming back. You don't need to put compost on every time you graze off. Well, with chemical fertilisers, you do a lot. One of the most exciting things for me, after I mastered making good quality compost, was doing blends. And when we do blends, we're remineralising the soil, and we're adding lime, dolomite, gypsum, and other trace elements. And blind Freddie could see the difference. I'm Ged Talks. Thank you.